Hi, Queenmlv. It is Talk to Me Tuesday. It is Tuesday, November 9th, 2010. Made some progress this week on a couple things, but only two things I'm going to show you. One thing we made progress on is we have made the decision that my craft and sewing and office all in one room isn't working. So I actually have two computers side by side. I end up like typing on one keyboard, looking at the other screen, wondering why it's not working. It's convenient to have it all together, just too crowded. So at the expense of our media room, I am moving my sewing upstairs. And so my sewing room is now going to have handmade red velvet curtains and a movie theater chandelier and a big screen TV. So when I get up there, I'll be broadcasting from up there and you'll get to see it. But in the meantime, still a little crowded down here. Luna Neela had shown us two actually baby cardigans that she made for the hospital, and that I really like that pattern, and I think that the pattern that I got from a link from her is a different pattern, but it's similar, and I really like it. It's from crochetme.com. It's called Baby It's Cold. If you want to look at it, but anyway, my friend is expecting a boy to join the world in a couple of weeks, and so I did make this. My strings aren't cut yet. This, and the buttons aren't on, but this is a cute little infant cardigan, and then there are two buttonholes here, and I have these buttons, but I'm not sure about them because they're brown leather, which is very little boy, and they're only going to be the two buttons. There are three on the card, but only two would be buttoned through like that. See, they're really classic leather buttons, and I think they'd be very little boy, but I'm thinking baby buttons would be cuter. So I'm not going to put the buttons on. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with these hanging strings, and I'm not going to put the buttons on until I figure out if I'm going to do a matching hat or booties or anything, and then figure out what to do with the buttons, because the hat I'm looking at is a regular baby cap. But it's got these leaves on it. It makes it look kind of like an elf or something. Not a Christmas elf, but like a woodsy elf. And I could put matching buttons. So I'm holding off on the buttons on this. But anyway, I did get this done. This is a doraling pattern, and it makes up really fast. It'll literally take you 3 hours if you sat down and did it in one sitting. So anyway, I feel good about that. And then the only other thing I worked on was my jack-o'-lantern crazy quilt that is embroidered. And I got another row finished. I'll see if I can take a picture of this because I don't know if you can see it, but I got his eyes on, and I do have two of these. I'll show you one. Let's see if I can show it to you if I lean way back here. So that's 3/5 of him. There are 5 rows, and it's just the two things I worked on this week. I started just because I was fascinated by the patterns. This is just a fascinating pattern to me. You make the 6-inch squares in your embroidery hoop on the machine, and then you just sew them together like you would piece quilting. And then I wasn't going to make this baby a cardigan. I was going to make him, probably still will, hat, booties, and I want to make him some bibs. And that was the plan, but now he kind of gets a free cardigan thrown in just because I was fascinated by that pattern that Luna Neela showed us. And when patterns are different, they catch my attention, and then I just have to try them. So anyway, that's all I've done this week, and so anyway, I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and looking forward to seeing what you're up to. See you next week.